Okay, Married to Medicine. So leaving off where it left off last time, all the ladies had just gotten into it. Mariah and Toya had went off to their separate quarters. All the ladies are each in their room talking about it. Contessa and Jackie's talking. Contessa feels like if it's something that involves Quad and Mariah, that the ladies should just stay out of it because they have such a long, deep relationship. I, for the most part, agree with that. Let me see. Simone and Buffy, was talking about it. It's just like, oh, it's just such a shame and all this. Of course, Heavenly and Quad, they going back and forth because they have the biggest issues with Mariah. So, like I said, Toya and Mariah, they had walked off and, they, just tried to have a, come to Jesus moment with themselves and just pray. So we shoot to the next morning. We have Jackie talking to Contessa, and then they shoot over to Scott talking to Cecil. And, Scott is just telling Cecil that he just don't want Contessa to resent him for, the whole reason that's why she had to drop out of school and stuff. But it's too late, Scott. It's already happening, sir. Contessa, she did not want to drop out of school, but, the kids come first. And so, they're going back and forth. And Jackie was just like, look, you just got to do what you got to do. But one thing I can say is that you cannot have it all. You can't be in school now. You can't already have a successful, booming career and be a full-time mom on top of that and be a full-time wife on top of that. Like, you pretty much can't do it all. You just have to, pick and choose what is the most important and just deal with it. A lot of times in life, you can come back to things. Contessa seemed like she was receiving the conversation. Let me see. So Toya and Mariah, they're sitting on the porch talking, and Mariah had Aiden forward her the information about her being, being justified for her alleged drug abuse. That she, has not been on drugs, and Mariah's gonna make it her mission for these ladies to read the test results and for them to just basically be on her side and be against Quad. And that's just not simply going to happen, Mariah. Like I said last review, you have bad blood with a lot of these ladies, and whether you are completely innocent or not, they're not going to believe you or still be on your side because they just simply don't like you. And I don't know why they just simply can't say that, because it's completely obvious. But, I guess it's just fake and keep the peace, I guess. Let me see. They had that first little dinner when they dressed up as masquerades. We find out that Contessa, she has a lot of girl crushes and all that. Low key, I thought that Contessa was a lesbian instantly. But she says that she's not, but she hasn't acted on it, but she has a lot of girl crushes. I was like, yada yada yada. I don't know. Maybe she's bi. That's fine. So, I don't know. But I mean, it wouldn't work for the other ladies. Have some stuff to say, and I'm sure it wouldn't really work for Scott, because Scott seems like he's the jealous type and the selfish type. So, this is something you're going to have to discuss with your husband, Contessa. But, yeah. Okay. So, as soon as they sit down, Simone, she was just like, what? The whole situation with you, Mariah, and you, Quad, I'm just completely disgusted by it. And she brought up this whole thing again. And I'm just sitting there like, Simone, this ain't even your issue. This ain't even your argument. Why are you bringing this up? It was so odd to me. And, it really makes me think, I'm like, what does Mariah have on Simone for her to be so invested and be on, Team Mariah so hard? I'm not when it comes to this show. Honestly, I mean, I think that all are good for the show. I enjoy all of them for the most part, and I'm pretty much unbiased on this show. For a long time, Quad was my favorite. I still do love Quad, but Quad is getting on my nerves a lot. Just dramatic as hell, just extra and just girl. And I've always thought Mariah was funny and lovely and all that. But definitely a mess box. And I hear a lot of her messy stuff is behind the scenes. I do think that Jackie, although she's amazing, I do get fake vibes from Jackie. Jackie don't show who she truly is in front of the camera because it's her business. Who else? I didn't like Toya for a long time, but for some reason I'm liking Toya this season. I guess because Toya's just level-headed and cool and not really starting no drama and all that. I like Toya this season. I've always liked Contessa. Heavily, hilarious. But she definitely has her moments when she's like last week and she was just like, y'all brought me into the argument when Quad and Mariah was arguing. That had nothing to do with you ladies. Stop. But a lot of these ladies are doing that this season. It seems. Simone did it this episode, but they're just inserting themselves into other people's mess. Simone did it this episode. Heavily did it last episode. And Toya, I'm going to talk about Toya. Toya did it a little bit, trying to bring Heavenly into it. I was just like, Lord, y'all need to get some storylines or something. So let me see. So Simone's sitting there really crying, talking about how hurt she is by the whole Quad and Mariah situation. She got so hurt that she had to get up and go to the bathroom. Heavenly said, I don't know what it is about this group, but all these ladies, they love to get up and go to the bathroom. When something going down, they love to get up and go to the toilet. She said, I ain't got to pee. So Quad got up, Simone got up, Contessa got up, and Buffy got up. And so who was left at the table was Jackie, Heavenly, Toya, and Mariah, I believe. Awkward. Super duper awkward. Mariah, she goes on this whole spiel about, how y'all gonna sit there and let that girl lie on me. And, like I said, Quad and I'm taking a more Contessa approach to this whole situation because when somebody's been friends that long, you really have no place to add your 2 cents and get into it at all because they both got dirt on each other. So I mean, you just gotta let them folks work it out themselves, and they probably never will work it out because Mariah and Quad have so many similarities, and I've always heard growing up that two people that's just alike ain't gonna get along. So yeah. So in that conversation, Toya, like I was talking about, she gonna say to Heavenly, "Oh Heavenly, you said that you believe Quad, that you was on Quad's side," and Heavenly just got on up. I was like, "Good job, Heavenly," because Toya was trying to create a moment, and she was trying to create some drama, knowing that Heavenly and Mariah already don't get along. So of course Heavenly is gonna be on Quad's side. She's like, why even? Y'all find something to do, I swear. Then when Heavenly got up, Mariah, I think Toya asked Mariah to pull out her test results. And Toya asked Jackie to read the test results and open the test results. Jackie refused to open test results. And she was just like, I just simply can't do that. I don't want to be in the drama, yada to the yada. Child, please. Mariah, she was upset. She walked off. Caught them in the bathroom talking. Was just like, look, I'm fine. We doing the best that we can. Let me and Mariah worry about me and Mariah issues and all that. I don't know. It seems like the only way that y'all talk is if y'all are forced together. So who knows? Who knows? I don't care at this point. But what y'all think about Mariah versus Quad. Quad versus Mariah. Should they be friends? Should they just let it go? Should they just do how they've been doing? Just be cordial and speak and, but as soon as something pop off, they instantly back at each other again. It's just like, if you're truly over a person and you wish them the best and all that, which they both said that to each other, they wish each other the best and yada yada, the typical answers. It seems like they wouldn't rattle your soul that much anymore. It seems like whatever they do or whatever you hear wouldn't even bother you as much anymore if you're over it. But, that's a different story. Okay, let me see. It was a shame they had to get to-go plates, child, because they argue so damn much and didn't nobody get to eat. A mess. I couldn't fit in with these folks. We sit here with a plate of food in our face and y'all want to sit here argue? Oh no. They'll put me off the show because I'm going to eat. Let me see. They ended up taking a tour. They ended up going to one of the oldest churches in the world and one of the oldest churches in Savannah, Georgia. It was created and built in 1902 by freed slaves. So, a lot of history there. A lot of powerful people have came through, like Martin Luther King. Beautiful. Little good history moments. And, one of the guys there, he, sat down to him. Was just like, look, if it's anything that you want to repent about, anything that you want to let go, any friendships that you want to rebuild or apologize for, yada, yada. So Miss Quad got up first. Child, they started playing the clown music on Miss Quad. I was just like, Miss Quad. Miss Quad is very dramatic. Miss Quad really need to be a preacher. She really do. But, Simone was just like, Lord, please let Miss Quad speak me. Because Miss Quad, and I've been hurt so much. And last week, I was hurt even more. 2 years ago, y'all ladies hurt me so bad. I was drugged through the mud, bamboozled, disrespected. I was like, okay, girl, y'all know Miss Quad. I like Miss Quad. Miss Quad, long-winded as hell. I was like, girl, shut up. I screamed. Jackie and Mariah, they hugged each other. It don't mean nothing. And the ladies had a beautiful moment. It was cute. Let me see. Heavenly and Alora, her daughter, had a moment. Alora's sick of Heavenly. She's growing up. She looks just like Heavenly. Beautiful girl, very smart. Always had a smart mouth to match. Okay. Mariah and Aiden and Eugene and Toya, they had a double date. You could kind of tell that Eugene did not want to be there. I don't think the guys really like Aiden that much, which is unfortunate. But hey, I can tell that he just really didn't want to be there. The ladies discussed with him the tea with the guys on the whole situation about the drug results, etc. Eugene actually opened the drug results, and it's all said negative of any kind of drug. So I mean, congratulations to Mariah, I guess, but I mean, like I said, it don't matter because they don't like her, and Mariah gonna say, oh, Jackie's just as fake and messy as the rest of them, which I do kind of agree with that, but still at the same time it's just like y'all just forgave each other, let it go. But I mean, you can say that about all their relationships. Mariah and Heavenly done made up multiple times, still beefing. Quad and Mariah done made up, still beefing. It's ridiculous. Buffy and Toya, this new beef, they done made up, but they still don't like each other, not for real. Quad and Simone still have tension. They still don't speak to this day. So what the hell does it matter? Child. We gonna see though. Next week gonna be interesting. So we gonna see. We gonna keep rocking it out with Married to Medicine. With that said, I am Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter. At It's King's World 89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money, I'll run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.